and stuff with it that work really, really well. So this resin is not quite solidified enough to demold, I don't think, but it is close. I have this whole piece here. I wonder if I can cut this off with a razor. Do I have an X-Acto in here? I don't have any of my supplies. I've been running back and forth and doing some work across town, so a lot of my typical things I keep nearby are in a toolbox right now. All right. I don't need to do this, but save me the hassle in the future. Should be good. All right, so this one, same deal. I'm too impatient. This should really sit for a few more minutes, but I'm excited to see how this came out. So yeah, I'm happy with the way this is looking. Now this will get probably all clad finish. And I'm hoping these other parts came out as clean as this one. This one looks very nice. Have a good one. Gotta go. See you next time. Have fun. It was good seeing you here. Pearls Pops, please, when you see my C3PO element, let me know what you think. I will do that. Did you just do, is it just cardboard? Or did you do sanding and Bondo and all that as well? Whoa, Nasli. Hi from Azerbaijan. Man, I probably butchered that, but hello. It's good to see you. I like going on this Instagram thing because you get just a ton of people from all over the world, which is really cool. I don't know if all the text at the bottom is blocking everybody's view of what the hell I'm doing. Let me see if I can turn this phone. I don't know if I can rotate it at all without screwing up my other existing camera even more. So anyway, this mold has been cast, and now it needs to get reset so that I can do it again, because I got to make another one of these. So, where did my brush go? So for my wax, I keep a brush specifically for my sonite, because if you try to brush anything else with this, it'll probably ruin it, because it's going to have a waxy finish. So this brush stays with the sonite. Oh, pin is getting... Which way did this go? One end is a little rougher than the other. Pin is getting reinserted into the mold. Boop. There we go. It's made of cereal boxes. Nice. Using simplified Pepakura files. Where did you find the model from for the Pepakuros? Is it something that was just on like RPF or where did you come across the 3PO files? All right, I'm gonna crack this open because I am too impatient. Even though I should let this wait. I don't know, probably a bad idea. So I want to keep all these pieces together because I do want to make this box kind of a permanent part of this mold. So I'm going to pull this little guy out. We're going to check it. Hopefully I got less bubbles in this one. If I didn't, I may have to do these pieces individually. Instead of pouring all three at the same time, I may have to do them in each part on its own. And man, it's looking really good. This side looks good. Let's hope the other side looks as good. We'll pull it out. It's a little fresh. I got quite a bit of flashing on this. Probably need to buffer it in a little bit. Nice. Very nice casting. No bubbles on the surface, which is very good. I do have a fair amount of flashing here to clean off, but that's easy to take care of. Let's see here. I'm going to zing that off with an X-Acto in a minute. If I have one on hand, I should have a razor around here. And when it's the mold, when the casting is really soft like this, it's a good time to remove the flashing because it is easy to cut off. And when it hardens up, it can be a little bit more difficult. So I'm just using a regular box cutter kind of razor and cut it down. It's made of cereal box simplified. The model is off of the RPF, then simplified it Forgot who model it was. Nice. Yeah, I love the RPF. There's so much stuff there. I like the RPF so much that I don't go there. And that's kind of like a compliment, because I don't go there because I end up super, super distracted from what I need to do, because I just want to look at the RPF all day. So if if you're like a creator on the RPF, that's a good sign. RPF is super cool. All right, so flashing is coming off very easily. I may need to put like a little buffer inside here just to snug this mold down just a tiny bit more, because if I make it tighter, there will be almost no flashing on here. But I think it was not quite tight enough. Or if I clamp it shut, I think that'll probably work better than the tape. So what I'm going to do is the tip up here where let's see. Yeah, so the tip of this where it's all like the pour spout is, I'm just going to sand that off with on the belt sander. And I think that's going to be really nice. This came out good. So we have one piece left. Hopefully it came out as well as this one did. If it did, then we will be all set. And then I'll be on to the next one. That'll be good, because I don't want to make a ton of these today. I'd like to make the 2 that I need to make and then be on with other things. Outside right now, I have a 3PO part that I just chromed that I need to tint gold. I'm waiting for that to dry enough so that I can paint it. There's supposed to be an event tomorrow in Rancho Cucamonga, and I have another thing I have to make for that event, because there's a charity auction, and I did this chrome stormtrooper helmet. And I may have to make that its own video too, because I'm trying to figure out what all I want to do. It was a regular vinyl C3PO vinyl stormtrooper helmet, and I chromed it, and it looks kind of cool. Kind of looks like Phasma. Somebody's sending me messages on Facebook. I don't know who it is. Yeah, it looks like almost like Phasma. It's so shiny, but I think that I need to do something else to it. I might have to paint over the top of it and leave some metal showing through or something. I think that would be more interesting to look at. But I could be wrong. Alright, so this is roughly cleaned up. Once it's all hardened up, I can go in there with a little bit of sandpaper and just make these lines completely vanish, which is what I'm going to do. But yeah, right now when it's the resin is sort of soft, is a great time to just go over everything really quickly with a razor blade and make sure that it is as clean as you can get it. It'll save you some work when you have to go to the sanding stage. Sorry, I'm like kind of losing it here as I concentrate. Make a wish and diamond fun. That's right, Steve. Oh, hey, stay right here. I'll be right back with this thing. So here's where it's at right now. But I'm gonna paint over this, and yeah, the butt plug is looking awesome. Check it out. But here's where the chromey stormtrooper helmet. But I think I'm gonna try to paint it before tomorrow. What I think I'm gonna do is paint it just like a classic stormtrooper helmet, but super weathered. And stormtrooper helmets are always like plasticky, but I want it to be like metal underneath, so like big chips of paint and metal exposed, but like just white, like standard stormtrooper helmet. I think that'll look really cool. So I think I'm gonna do that if I have time. I got like 10 things to do today, so I'm trying to get this sucker done on top of it. I had a totally different plan when I started this, and it was gonna be like Viking inspired. I was gonna have these gigantic ram horns on it and all this stuff, but I just have not had the time to do that. So it's just, I chromed it yesterday because I was chroming a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm like, I'm just going to throw this in the batch, chrome it up, and then, and like I said, I'm going to paint it. So it's going to be almost completely painted with shiny metal showing through in places. I think that'll look really neat. That's the plan. It does look really cool like this, though. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll make the video. I wish I took video before I chromed it, but I was just too much in a hurry. So you know, maybe I'll get some pickup shots. We can see what it looks like before it got like this, or I'll just link it to a picture or something. But it's pretty fun. I'm gonna work on that tonight. I gotta finish this thing. I gotta finish 2 of these. So let me see if I can. This little part that doesn't want to come out. I took the last one out with a drill. Like this. It actually will probably come out of there easier once it cools down, but I have this drill with this crazy long drill bit. What is everybody typing here? Looks amazing. Thanks, man. Stormtrooper's made out of Durasteel in Star Wars. So that's going to be Durasteel. That's what we're going to call that underneath. We'll say it's Durasteel. So, now, I don't know. So, with the drill, it makes it very easy to extract the metal rod. So now the metal is out. It's probably super hot. It's a little hot, not as bad as I expected. Throw this back in the mold for the time being. Now our part is out. I don't know what I did with my razor because my desk area is crazy. There it is, right in front of me. What's the Mandalorian armor made out of? I have no idea. Probably plastic. You talking about for the movies or in make-believe land? For the movies, it's like fiberglass and vacuum form parts. In the Star Wars universe, I have no idea. Never mattered to me. I just want that stuff to look cool. Doesn't matter what it's made out of. But yeah, so here we go. This is almost cleaned up. I'm going to buzz that little front piece off with a sander. Now we got these 2 parts. Let's see if we can demold this guy. Now with this one, look at that, it drips some resin down the back. With this one, actually, this mold screws shut. Let's see here. I got a little bubble in the top, but that's fixable. It's kind of out of the way where people aren't going to see it. I have to experiment with this one to figure out the timing of when to put the cap on, because what happens is if I put the cap on too early, there's still a chance I can get some bubbles, but if I put it on too late, the resin will be too hard and it will not work. Ow! I just stabbed myself. That was cool. Let me see, what did I miss here? Thank you very much. You're doing a good job, Mr. Tripley. Thank you. Thank you. I've been running my other camera for like 46 minutes. Where's your shop located? Here where I'm working, it's at my house in sunny California, which is super fun. So everything I need to use, I keep putting in the wrong places. This mold is actually screwed together, and I need a screwdriver to open it up. I can show you how I cut the plastic, because the first one I realized I couldn't demold it the way that I initially thought I was going to be able to. So I actually had to cut the mold, which is fine. I thought I might have to do that. And thought you were in San Francisco. Nope, I am in Los Angeles. No San Francisco for me. I've been to San Francisco a few times, but I do not live in San Francisco. I live in California and Los Angeles, LA. There's more prop stuff down here. There's like cool stuff in San Francisco, but LA is way cooler. People here are nicer. In general. I know nice people in San Francisco too, but I think there's like a different kind of approach to things in LA that I personally like more. Alright, I'm going to go grab a screwdriver. I'm going to take this sucker out. Whoops, breaking everything. Here we go. Alright, screwdriver time. Back with the screwdriver. Alright. So So why did you think I was in San Francisco? You've ever thought about going to Maker Faire? Oh yeah, I want to go to Maker Faire bad. I actually almost went up to the San Francisco area to go to Maker Faire, the one that's up there. I would love to go to that. Looks super fun. I feel like they have one down this way too, but I don't know when it is. So typically I just have a drill bit with a, you know, like a screwdriver, and I just use it on my drill, and it takes 2 seconds. I never have to do this by hand. This is ridiculous. Take it out. There we go. Oh, I got one screw still stuck a little bit. All right. Jesus. There we go. Ta-da. So we have to see if this works. So the mold is just kind of one piece here. I ended up cutting down one side like this, and it opens up. And how does it look? Hey, hon.
I'll be back.
All right.
Way to the grocery store.
All right, have fun. See you in a bit. And here we go. So, oh, see that big weird indentation right there? So this part is a total fail. Now what happened there is I must have had a big lump of aluminum powder. So see how that big chunk is missing? That's what happens if you don't get all the powder out. So there must have been some stuck in the bottom. Let's see the rest. The rest is, it's mostly good. I got a couple little bubbles along some of these seams, but good test piece just to see how it goes. Happens sometimes. Part of the process. Sometimes when you first start using a mold, you got to figure out its little tricks, its quirks, so to speak. So this is how I get this out of here. Well, there we go. So here's one that didn't work out, which is all right. Now another thing I'll do, let's see, this goes back down in the mold. Just drop that in there. Let's look at this. Assess our part here. So the seam line is really good. There's almost no seam line at all from where the mold splits, which is that's a good thing. A little bit of a bummer about that thing at the bottom. Oh yeah, I just tapped it and a whole bunch of metal powder just came out. So that's what happened. I got a big chunk of metal powder. I'm hoping that there's not a piece of resin down the bottom. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it does look like it. Is that what's down there? Hard to tell. Nope, just more metal powder. Whole bunch of metal powder at the bottom. So next time I got to really make sure that that's cleared out. But that's what you get. Sometimes stuff goes wrong. So basically what happened is there a bunch of powder was sitting at the bottom. The resin filled all the space around the powder and then didn't get into those little areas. There are a couple little minor bubbles along these seams. They're really, really small. They're fixable if I needed to. Like if everything else came out great, I would just fix those and move along. But since this is obviously terrible, this is just basically, I don't know. I'll turn this into a lightsaber or something. Like I'll cut off the bad parts and then use the handle because it's already got a hole through it. I can, you know, mount some kind of thing in here and I got a lightsaber handle just like that. So it's not wasted material. I'll use it. You'll see. But yeah, so I can even do this. It's got like an end cap, so I'll take one of the end caps that came out bad, add some details to this thing, and then give it a, you know, basically the piece of metal rod in here that I'll put a thing over, and I've got a lightsaber, makeshift lightsaber. Let's see who else we have here. I just went last weekend and displayed all my props, including the C3PO head. Very nice. Vales Vapes, hi, hello. After your cast is cured, how much of a sanding is required? So basically, besides the part that went bad over, let me pull this out. So this part you can see kind of got messed up. Again, that's just something every once in a while stuff happens. But overall, it doesn't really need to be sanded. It's very smooth. There's a little tiny seam line right here. You can barely see it at all. Almost non-existent. If I take my little razor blade and I just go like this, really light, that'll go away. It's just about non-existent. So that's good. Down here, you can't even see it. So I gotta check, because right here, there's a spot that it shows. And that's just alignment. I could probably reach down inside there and make sure it's nice and flush next time, and it won't even show up. But that's pretty much it. There's a little cleanup here. So once I'm done, I will just sand this in just a tiny bit and get rid of any little flashing or bubbles, and then the rest of it is pretty much clean. The last one, or the last one, my first one, the end came out perfectly over this end. Sorry, this is the end that messed up here. See that it got all jangy, but it came out perfect on my first one, so it'll work. We'll get it right, and that'll be it. So I gotta make 2 more of these, but I think the other parts are okay. So I just gotta make 1 more of these and 1 more of these, and then I'll start painting them. I'm going to paint them with all clad. I don't even think I'm going to put primer on here. I think I'm going to do all clad and see how well it sticks. And if it works right, then we'll be in business. But I'm going to sign off my YouTube because it's been almost an hour. And here are the parts. We'll take one last look. They go together like so. I don't know what I did with there's the cap. So we got the whole piece. Now, really quick before, even though this part's broken, I'll show you guys what I do. I have this huge drill bit, super long, and I will use this to core out this part here. Sounds awesome. And this drill bit, smoking. Look at that smoke coming out. There we go. Ooh, it's so hot inside. So the drill bit is, well, gotta give it a little more torque here. A lot of friction. Smoking everywhere. That's awesome. Can you guys there we go. Hot plastic. Oh my god. There we go. Smoking hot drill bit. So anyway, this will do is open this hole up a little more so that the metal rod that I'll be using, and this is the one that goes in the mold, this now will move in here pretty freely. So if you're puppeteering that part, it'll move, but it just needs one quick cleanup. But I can't believe how hot that just got. I'm missing some comments here. Have you ever made a mask of the Flash Zoom character? Nope. Zeptilian, love that sound. I do too. I that's not dangerous at all. Nope, not even dangerous. Look at this drill bit. I mean, seriously, this is ridiculous. So yeah, smoking hot resin. That's new. It's probably really healthy. I'm gonna sign off of my YouTube here, but I will stay on the Instagram. So let me stop this. So anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. I'm going back to Instagram. See you guys in a bit. Bye.